Well, my name is Byron Curry, and I'm a resident here at the Kokomo Rescue Mission. Well, before the mission, I was living in Chicago. I had a good job and all that stuff. I was a lead technician at a cable company. I was about to be promoted to manager, and I ended up going out on a job, that nobody could fix for some reason, and I guess it just needed me to get there. So I went, and after I got done, there's a work order that, people sign when you're done. Give them a copy, we keep a copy. So the guy signed it, and I shook his hand, and I ended up catching meningitis from him. And that just ruined everything. I didn't know I had it or anything like that. I was at work one day, and I'm driving in a truck, and I ended up having a seizure. That was my first seizure. And to this day, like I say, I do believe in guardian angels or whatever, because I was, in the truck, I had a seizure. While I'm having this seizure, somehow that vehicle went from this lane, like I said, it's like 3 lanes or whatever. It went from this lane, I was in the middle, across this lane, and to the curb, like I actually parked the vehicle. That's how when they took me into the hospital or whatever, that's when they told me I had meningitis. And then they were asking me, what areas had I been in? Had I been around anybody that was sick or whatever? And then I told them about, that guy, and they went, and like I said, they actually traced it back to him. So I ended up losing my job and everything. I didn't have any type of income. And my daughter-in-law, she was about to be my daughter-in-law. She was like, well, Dad, I gotta find you someplace to go. I was like, okay. And I hadn't heard anything about the Kokomo Rescue Mission or none of that, because like I said, I'm not from here anyway. So she brought me here, and when I first got here at the mission, this place is like, man, it's great. They do a lot of good stuff here. They mainly concentrate on like helping. You see what I'm saying? It's not just you're a number. Okay, you over there. No, if you have a problem, you can come and speak to any of the staff, and they'll try their best to help you. And that's how it's been going with me. Like I said, ever since I've been here, of course I've had different issues and stuff like that. But like I say, you talk to these guys, it's great. I mean, I can't say anything else about it. It's cool. It's cool. Well, I would love for others to know about the Kokomo Rescue Mission is that there's help here. There's people that actually care, homeless, drug addicts or whatever, former drug. If you are seeking help, Kokomo Rescue Mission is one of the best places here in Kokomo that I can think of that you can come and receive such help. There's like no bad questions asked. They're nothing like that. As far as like Kokomo Rescue Mission, I mean, you eat. You get 3 meals a day. You get voucher for clothing. I mean, you have a bed. You have hygiene products. I mean, it's like everything is here, and you really, there's no cost. And like I said, there's people here that actually care. My plans, I really want my own place, I want to get back to that, get back to having my own place, just being able to be me. Not saying that you can't be you here, but just to be me, my own like decorations and stuff like that, like my Star Wars stuff everywhere, just to be able to say, yeah, this happened, but it wasn't the end. Now I can go and say, well, I went through this, I took the steps, and guess what? You did it again. Of course, I know I can't have a car and all that stuff, but just to say, okay, I got keys to my house, something like that. As far as like maybe employment, I've tried, but they find out about my ailment. Nobody wants to, hire me because of seizures and stuff. And I understand that, you don't want me sitting there, and especially if I'm working publicly or whatever, I just go into a seizure and scare the mess out of everybody around me. I can understand that, but I mean, I need some kind of leniency, but yeah, as far as like income, I would love to get, since I can't get said job or whatever, just get me back to where I was in the first place. Well, if you have never made a donation to the Kokomo Rescue Mission and you're thinking about it, I would say that it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Because without you guys, there wouldn't be a Kokomo Rescue Mission that I know of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank everybody. Thank you. There are so many success stories that has come from the Kokomo Rescue Mission. I mean, and you would just be adding to that success. Basically, yeah.
You're one of them, Byron.
Thank you.
Yeah.